Howdy y'all, this is Twitchonium here, coming at y'all today with a Kamigawa Neon Dynasty quick draft. Let's see if we can open up some bombs. I don't think we've really had a crazy bomb yet. And we continue to not have a crazy bomb. I mean, definitely a very solid card. I mean, combat trick, or I guess pseudo removal spell on a land is pretty good. Anything else in this pack? Kami's Flare is nice. Replication Specialist. Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and just take the Eiganjo. Although that's really unexciting. Most of the time it's really just going to be a land anyways. Oh, that's tough. I think I'd rather actually have the Replication Specialist. I feel like this has more potential upside than the Eiganjo. Alright, and following that up, we could take a Circuit Mender. Nice artifact to copy with the Specialist. Could take a Completion as some blue removal to go with the Specialist as well. Don't really care for the Awakened Awareness. I don't know, it just seems kind of like you get a 0/0 or a 1/1 you turn something into, or you can sort of buff up something of your own if you spend enough mana. I could see Circuit Mender here. Although Completion is pretty tempting as well. Tanuki's also a great card. Songshaper, I guess Songshaper's another one to consider. If we're in the blue-red artifact strategy, that's a pretty nice 2-drop. One of the better ones. But I think I'll just take the Circuit Mender. It's a fine role player in any of the artifact decks. Well, Upriser Renegade could be pretty nasty if we could build around it. What does this guy do? Can sack a artifact and make another artifact creature. Okay. Well, I guess this does give us a way to, like, this just is enter the battlefield, so we could still copy the 3/1s with haste once they get made. I mean, worst case, really, it's just a 2/2. I guess Voltage Surge is probably the better option here, though. Just deal 2 damage to a thing, or potentially 4 damage if we need it to. Yeah. I could see doing that. Could also take the Trespassers as another artifact creature to go with the Specialist. Yeah, I think if this guy was an artifact creature, I would be more high on it. But I'll just take the interaction here, I think. I could take a Mobilizer mech. This is enchantment, not artifact. Could just take like a Artificer, but that's unexciting. Modern Age is alright. Probably be a decent play, even if we're in the artifact strategy. The mech, I don't know if it's really going to be what we're trying to do even in the artifact decks. I guess we're not necessarily in red or blue, or really anything yet, so we could take something like the Prowler or the Arrest here. Yeah, I could see taking like the Prowler. Although Arrest is probably better in the white decks than this is in the black decks. This just goes better with the Specialist. Tough call. A lot of good options. Or a lot of medium options, I would say. I guess I'm going to take the Prowler just because we have the Replication Specialist if we do end up in like black-blue artifacts. Now... modified creatures. This is the only really artifact we would play. Yeah, I could see just taking like a Goshen tie here. Even if we don't end up in the, or even if we do end up in the artifact deck, this is still a 2/2 first striker. Even if we're not going the Shrines route. Get another one now. Here, I'm pretty high on the Familiar, though, I think, over a second Shrine. Probably play a Papercraft Decoy in this deck as well, but I'm okay to go the red-blue route, I think. Seems reasonably open here. There has been a lot of green cards as well, though. That's worth considering. And now we've got a Defender that mills stuff. Spell Pierce. Yeah, none of this really seems all that exciting. I guess I'll just take a Chef. Not really wanting to play any of those. Seshiro is pretty sweet. Furthest away from what we would potentially be doing, though. I think I'm fine just doing a Papercraft Decoy. It's just a reasonable 2-drop for whatever we end up in. If we did end up in black, Exploit would be better. I'd probably pick this first, but since we're not for sure where we're going to be yet. No, I don't like any of this stuff. I guess this super clunky artifact combat trick that we don't want to end up playing. Maybe we would play one Network Terminal. I think I'll grab a first Crab here, probably. It's an artifact creature. It's a nice top-end body. We can use it to counter something. I would definitely play another Familiar as another 2-drop, but Crab seems good. And now we can grab a artifact creature that ramps us. Probably not playing any of these. So we're more than likely playing blue with either a red or a black paired with it. What does this March do? Kind of just card draw in red. Not bad. This seems better. I think I like that over the pseudo board wipe. Could have had a pretty sweet green deck if I had gone that route here. Yeah, just take the removal spell. And with Voltage Surge and Flame Discharge, I'm definitely leaning more towards the black side of this than, or the red side than the black side. Now, great pack for colors that aren't ours. Spirit Realm's great. Repel's, fine removal. Ninjutsu. I don't care for really any of these. I guess we could grab a Terrarium, maybe? I guess I'll take a Haven in case we need to splash something. Now we can snag a Kami. Way to get back one of our early creatures we trade off. Seems good. Man, just not a lot at all for us here. Not a fan of Discover. Yeah, I guess I'll take the Cove for the same reason. Like, we can pretty easily splash a white, some white stuff now, it looks like. Speaking of, let's see, how many vehicles did we get in the side? Just 2, actually. Could be worth trying a splash. Although Sky Swimmer Koi is just really great in the Artifact decks too, and we're not trying to splash stuff. That's tough though. This could be really powerful. Crew 2. You know what? Let's live dangerously and go 3 colors. Now we've got another vehicle we could grab. Alright, return any 2-drop from our graveyard to our hand, potentially. That seems okay. Now... I don't think I really want to try and run an ace, though. Maybe grab another crab. Could take Disruption Protocol, too. Yeah, I could see doing... Crab is kind of the same thing, and a creature as well. Oh, grab an Artificer here. I don't think we need more of that effect in the deck. Yeah, none of these seem super exciting. I guess take another Kami, though. I don't know if I want to play 2. Probably pick up the Terrarium now that we have the splash going on. And still one more pack. We can pick up anything in any of those 3 colors here that we think looks spicy. We've got a Network Terminal, a Terrarium, and 2 dual lands to splash, which is pretty good. Well now, Mech Titan Core seems like a fun top end for this deck. And now we just want to grab all the artifact creatures we can. We don't really want to run any that aren't artifact creatures at this point, I don't think. Pick up another Prodigy's Prototype. Or an Arrest. I mean, heck, at this point, how close are we just cutting red from the deck and just being white-blue? Not that far, honestly. Definitely hurting on a lot of fronts if we do that, but maybe that's the play. I mean, I'm not wanting a Goshen tie here. Really, I feel like I just want more cheap creatures. I'm going to take the Prototype, just get 2 of those. Speaking of cheap creatures, yeah, maybe we just go for the blue-white strat here. I'd love a Mobilizer mech. I kind of wish we had taken that one earlier now. But we're going to be hurting for interaction, but this might be the way to go. And another artifact creature. I'm all about that. Ooh, another artifact creature. Yeah, that sounds good. Completion would be pretty nice as well, but it's looking like we're just going to want to try and curve out and accrue value with these vehicles. Another Familiar's great. All right, what do we not want to play? Probably don't want to play the Counterspell. We might not need to play the Circuit Men, or the Network Terminal rather. Or the Terrarium even. These are pretty expensive. Yeah, stuff in the like early plays and then 4 and 5 drops, I guess, is where we will need to fill out the curve. And Spirited Companion's not an artifact creature, but I think it's still probably fine as a 2-drop. Same thing here. I think this, we just want 2-drops. We want to make sure we hit our early plays so we can crew our stuff. Incision seems like fine interaction for us. Grab another Terminal, just in case we need to fill out the deck a little bit more here. Take another... Ooh, actually, I think I'd take the Searchlight Companion over the other. Makes 2 bodies instead of 1, and we can copy it with the Specialist to make extra flyers. Alright, so kind of did a hard pivot there towards the middle of the draft. We'll see if we actually made it or not. We could still just splash the red. That is another option. It might be what we want to do. So say we add in the terminal and the terrarium. Then we could splash the 2 pieces of interaction. We would need to cut 2. I don't know. What could we just add 1 of to finish this deck off as it stands? Probably still like a terrarium or a terminal. Yeah, I could see running a terminal actually. Helps us ramp towards like an actual crab out. Helps us pay for specialist and stuff, or we can just use our entire board to dig through our deck. Try to hit towards like prototypes or Mech Titan cores. Seems alright. If we're just playing 2 color, I don't feel like I need the Haven though. And I think an even split pretty much. We do have a lot more of the blue than the white, but we have 1 drop we want to hit pretty. If we draw this, we want to be able to play it turn 1. And our deck's not that hard in mana colors. So I think that'll do it, and I think we're going to make Mech Titan Core the leader there of the deck. If we get to cast this or make this happen once throughout the draft, I think I'll be a pretty happy camper. So interesting deck, and we'll see how it runs. I'll see y'all in the first video. Welcome to round 1, y'all. We are on the draw with a pretty slow hand, but I kind of want to keep it still because we have some cool stuff to play. Probably the wrong decision, but we'll see. If we can draw any of our early plays, we'll be okay. And that's a 2-drop. It's pretty good. Probably save that for the Mech Titan Core for later. Opponent's starting off with their own artifact aggression here. I think we'll just play the decoy first. Next turn, drop the prototype. I'll probably trade here. Hope they use their whole turn on a combat trick or paying for the decoy. Because we won't be able to attack with this immediately anyways, so. That way we can play this next turn, and then the turn after we can play this and this both, and then use this to crew this immediately. Or we'll crew it with that, but I think the play is still get this down. They've only got 2 power on board they're hitting us with still. And we just gotta hope they don't blow up an artifact here. If only the pilot tokens were artifact creatures, that would be pretty sweet. Alright, I think we do this. And this, actually. And then we crew this guy with this one. And we swing in with that. Make ourselves some pilots. Ooh, an anvil. That's a nice one. They can sack their apprentice to buff up their silencer. Only as a sorcery, right? Let's see if they've got a trick here. Ah, that they can do at instant speed, I see. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay. Now we can... Well, I guess we can still crew because it's a pilot. That's good. Drop all our stuff. Alright, that's fine. For now. Interesting. Can this not be blocked? Could have sworn I did this at the right time. Oh well. I should really not play vehicle decks. If only we had our 2 cheap creatures around still, we could do the Mech Titan core. Oh, that's 1. All right. I think I did it right this time. Let's see. Can this thing just not block? Ah, and can't block. Okay, so I did do it at the right time. I just am not able to block. Okay, I feel better. Not about my reading comprehension skills, but at least about my vehicle timings. Oh, that could be what we need creature-wise here. See if they block or not now. No, but I mean, we could get drained out, but next turn we've got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the thing. If they can't remove any of our artifacts. No, we don't want to block that one. Could have double blocked this one, I suppose, but I think we're still fine here. This is a 10-10, right? Oh, I've got high hopes, but we'll see if they have a way out of it. And they don't. Well, we didn't get to push the actual button, but the threat of activating that next turn is definitely what won the game, so we didn't quite get to do it, but we mostly got to, which was kind of cool. So, awesome start to the draft there. I'll see y'all in round 2. Welcome to round 2, y'all. We are on the draw again here with an okay starting hand. Can play everything, have both our colors, some ramp. Would love to draw some of our cooler stuff to ramp into, but can't complain with this start. Opponent starting off with an early Saga there. Bit unfortunate to draw lands, but that's okay. Very solid start from the opponent. I'm going to play the Exemplar now so we can trade off here if we need to this turn. And this thing has haste or double strike? Haste. Yikes. So gonna just eat 5. Super aggressive start from a blue-red deck of all things. Yeah, I think we'll play the 2-for-1 because the 1 trades off to the ogre better. They have another one of these ogres though. That's gonna be pretty bad for us. Alright, we'll block this one and this one. See what combat tricks they're going to use here, most likely. Bounce spell maybe for the token. A flicker spell for one of their things. Ah, just ninjutsu so they can get extra value out of their Saga. That's pretty good too. And they get to bounce our token. Extra bad. They can even recast this turn. Brutal. We really need to try and stabilize here. I don't know that 1 damage in the air is going to do much, so probably just hold back for now. They'll play something that'll get an extra counter on it here, which is bad for us. Alright, another one. Okay. I guess if I play this guy this turn, well, I can cast the crab next turn, although I could have done that anyways, so. Yep, no attacks. And if they play something big, we can maybe counter it? Yep. Would have loved to play that crab ourselves, but we can't let them have a giant flyer. Block like this. Yeah, this is not looking great. Yikes, and they get back one of their things too. That's really bad for us. Might be the end. I'm pretty impressed we were able to even stall out this long. They had such a crazy aggressive start. Alright, we'll kill the Saga and the 1-4 or 4-1 and eat a whole bunch. And just more lands, more lands. I think we're just dead now, right? Almost. I guess I'm just gonna block like this. We'll be at 1, but at least we'll have a creature still. Yep. That won't do it. Sad to say, couldn't come back from the aggression that they started off with there, but sometimes that's how it goes. See y'all in the next round. Welcome back to round number 3. We are on the play this time with an interesting starting hand. We have the mechanic, but no creatures to crew. Still seems like a keeper, though. Hopefully we can get at least one more land to play the terminal, then we can at least start digging through our deck. But for now, we'll just start swinging on in. Would be great to get the recovery unit out. At least that will potentially be a way to get back our guy. No lands, definitely rough. Now they get to remove another creature of ours. I hope they go for the decoy. Yep, that's okay. At least this is still crew 2. And we can potentially get both of those back. This is scary. And we have like no ways in the deck to get rid of it. I think we swing first, just to see if they're gonna trade it. I highly doubt they do. But I think this is just our only shot, just to, like, because now they can copy this and make 2, right? Guess not. Or they just want to start stacking it up with counters. Yep. Now they'll smack me for 3. Let's go ahead and crew up first here. I think we play it like this, right? Yeah. Although we're going to start eating a fair amount of damage here ourselves. Really wish Roaring Earth would have done this much work for us when I played it a draft or 2 ago. I think we got to eat this once at least. Removal, perhaps? Very specific mana tapping there. They're going to bounce their Toshiro so they can remove all of our stuff again. Yeah, that's brutal. Still haven't hit our lands for like a couple of turns now either. Equally brutal, so we're not going to even have a really good chance to make use of like double spelling or anything. No attacks. We'll just start letting them eat away all of our 1 toughness creatures with their perfect counter that they got to replay. This will get bigger. Now they're just going to keep stacking up this guy. Okay. Yep. I'm gonna block with these two, and I'm guessing they have a trick or a way to get it back from the graveyard already. Alright, so we still have no lands and can't do much of anything, so let's drop a vehicle that we can't crew yet. I guess we can kind of crew it. Go ahead and crew all we can. Of course we can't pay for the cost of the decoy, because we have not hit lands. Are they going to swing with their 6/6? Oh, it doesn't matter, because we just are dead. Brutal. That saga that just it's such a good counter to our whole deck. We have so many 1 toughness creatures trying to crew bigger vehicles that it just ate through us there. So see y'all in the next round. Welcome back for round 4. We are on the draw here with a starting hand filled with 2-drops, but we can play it, and I'm hopeful we can get to the Mech Titan core. Have to draw lands, which we did not do last game, so hopefully this one we can get there. Probably play a Exemplar first, actually. That way we, if they want to remove it or trade off and stuff, I'm not getting rid of an artifact creature. But we just need one more artifact creature to be able to do the thing. There's one right there. And we'll definitely offer this trade here if they want to do it. The plus side, white-green is less likely to have straight-up removal and is more likely to have aura-based removal, which still is okay with the core because our guys will stick around. Alright, I think we're going to go like this and like this. No attacks. I'd really love to see them use artifact removal. Alright, that's fine. I'm okay taking this because hopefully if we draw one more land, excellent. Then we are in good shape. So assuming that they don't have artifact hate here, we're in great spot. It's going to get lifelink. Yep. So I don't even feel like I need to block this. And that's a 10/10 first strike, or flying, vigilance, trample, haste, lifelink, all the things. Yeah. Oh, that was fun. Never been able to actually cast that ability before, so pretty sweet. See y'all in the next round. Welcome back to game number 5. We are on the play this time with a much worse starting hand, but I'm still tempted to keep it. We have a 1-drop and our core. 3 out of the 4 artifact creatures we need. Just 1 blue really sets us up. I'm going to try and keep it, but this could be the end of our draft here due to my poor life choices. Alright, well, it's okay. We at least get a card we can play next turn. That is an artifact creature for the core, but now we're just 2 lands away of any kind. Well, I guess one has to be blue. There we go. Excellent. We'll do this on turn 3. Sure, they're getting some life back. Turn 4, we can play 2, and then if we draw 1 more land, we're off to the races. Here we go again. Looking like they've got some kind of permanent destruction, though. I hope not. They're in the colors for it, though. I mean, between black, white, and green, they definitely should have a way to kill pretty much anything. And a lot of it's exile-based as well. So even if we got our other vehicle out that can recur stuff, but looks like they're just going to go the route of playing a big old 4/4. Ooh. That's interesting. Definitely will play that. Oh, we can't play both because of the lands we have. I'm such an idiot. Okay, well. Well, we might do a little chump in here, but that's alright. We didn't hit the land we needed anyways, so. I do kind of regret not playing this one now, though. Aw, okay. There's the exile. Oh no, it's just destruction. But still, they get to make a 2/2 and destroy our thing, which is pretty bad for us. We were definitely banking on that. No blocks this time. Don't know why it was going to tap like that. I think we will start swinging with the 1 flyer, though. If only this was the other vehicle that can recur 2 drops from our graveyard. That would have been pretty cool, because at least we have the 5 mana now. You could even pay with the terminal for that activated ability and then exile the terminal to it. That'd be pretty sweet. Or is it? It's creatures only, isn't it? And or vehicles. So yeah, we couldn't have done the terminal. I'm just going to go all in on the trades here. Yep. Yep. This thing's going to be a problem. They can put it on their decoy now, make it bad blocks for us. And it gets vigilance. Of course it gets vigilance. If they can get rid of our prototype, we're pretty much just dead in the water here. I think we already are, but yeah. That's probably the nail in the coffin right there. Ooh, especially if that's how it's going to go. Tap this and see if we can draw into something. We gain a life. Oh, discard. That's not playing land for a turn. And this thing has haste, I believe, and vigilance. Yep. get their card draw out of their decoy. And a trash bot. Rough. The game we would have preferred not to draw more lands. We kept drawing them, but that was my own fault for a risky keep to start with. We ended up that it didn't end up making us regret the keep all that much because we did end up hitting what we needed to, but they just had the good removal for what we had. If they couldn't have gotten rid of the core, we had a extremely good chance of being able to activate it that game, but couldn't quite get there. So another vehicle deck and another underwhelming performance, sadly, but we did get to cast the Mechazord version once, and it kind of won us our second game too, so at least we got to do the fun thing that I was trying to do, which is always a good time. But I appreciate you all coming along on this ride with me here today, and I'll see y'all in the next draft video. Take care, everybody.